Disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Yeah, Perfect Plex Radio. We about to go live on him. Mike Knoxxx. That's with 3 X's cause he's hardcore. Are y'all ready? We about to give y'all something special. You ready? Let's go! At the Money Night Raw, what you getting in? Perfect Plex Radio, got 'em listening. Mike Knoxxx, from Cena to The Rock, or whatever wrestler is hot. News and interviews, it's a one-stop shop. Matter of fact, let me give you more choices. You can call in and be the voice with the voiceless. So what you waiting on? Let's get it cracking. Let's talk wrestling, that's enough rapping. Perfect Plex Radio, simply, we about to give y'all something special. You ready? Let's go.
Let's go! Oh my God. It is a lot to talk about. Do y'all have any idea how much damn wrestling is before us this weekend? Wrestling is here to stay. I mean, damn, I'll be 50 in a month, y'all. Shit. I wasn't supposed to make it past 25. Jokes on y'all, I'm still alive. Let's go, y'all. Let's talk professional wrestling, and it's a lot going down in the A. All right. The ATL is stumping, because you know that's what Triple H is going to do. He's going to pose and show you all the rapness, all the hip-hopness. Oh, it's here a week before the All-Star Weekend. Who's going to put on a better show? Let's find out. The Great American Bash, is it still? Like today I was watching like 1986 Great American Bash. You know, Dusty beating Ric Flair, win by roll up. Nobody bitched about it. I mean, Flair fans might have been mad he lost, but it wasn't no outrage. It was wrestling then. Does the Great American Bash still hold that? The Saturday night main event, most importantly, like it's here in Atlanta, and I don't give a damn about going to this thing. I'm being honest. Now somebody give me a ticket, I'm there. But I'm not paying for that. Now, Evolution, I'm excited. I want to talk about that real bad. So I got a lot to talk about today on the program. A lot of people are joining us. Make sure y'all get in where you fit in. If you're listening by now, do the right thing. Hit the bell notification. So when I go live, you know we go live. And you can join us while we're live. And then share it and tell a friend you're listening to the best damn show in radio. We're back, y'all. Okay? Where Barbershop talk meets radio. It's never left, y'all. I know the king got haircut commercials making crowns, but we know the king is Michael Jordan. And so is Mike Knoxxx. I got a panel of wrestling aficionados today. We're bringing back Spot Face. If y'all don't hear right now, he's in the back right now like Darth Vader. No, I even lied to you, y'all. I am your father right now on the primitive. We got Coach P join us as well. And listen, he's been down here for a bit. If you ain't following by now, the Victorious Ones podcast, 301 King Von Jr. on the Twitter, then damn it, what are you waiting for? So, you know, I'm gonna talk my shit. Because I want to talk my shit. And for me to talk my shit, I'm gonna talk it. Starting off with my man right now, Coach P is in the house. Welcome back to the program, my brother. How you doing today?
Oh man, chilling, man. Bless. You already know.
Blessed is a beautiful thing, and I like to be blessed. Highly blessed and highly favored is what they say. And so today, evolution, man, because I know you brought up a lot, and I speak on the airways, but you speak, when people who don't hear the airways here because Fire and Ice ain't came back yet. I don't keep calling you out every single week. When is Fire and Ice podcast coming back, man? I'm getting tired.
Yeah, stay tuned.
Like, damn.
Extended hiatus.
Yes, dang. I'm about to. I gotta put some money into the acquisitions to figure out how to get this thing back online because
timing, man. Timing and availability.
That is always important to have timing and availability. We are live on Twitch also. My second time on Twitch going live. I just don't do it. I'm here, y'all. I got so much in my studio, and I'm almost there with you guys here on Twitch, but I got you. Okay, I got you. Give me a second to look at your comments. I'll get them on air. Okay, but today, like I said, coming back here to the place to be in the, let's say the MIC and all that good stuff. I'm not a rapper though, But I guarantee you, Clips is still better than all these people's favorite rappers out there. Pusha T and all them boys. All right, no butter. Spot face. All we
What's
see
going
is
on?
your face. What's going on, brother? How you doing right now?
What's going on, brother? What's going on? It's the throwing himself, yours truly, Mr. 1985, aka your mama's favorite fat boy, live from the VIP. We all need ID. What's going on, fellas? What's cracking?
Well, a lot of things is cracking in the world of professional wrestling right now, and most importantly, I want to start with Evolution, fellas, because I know, like I said, Coach P was here, and he said for a while they're like, we need to have females can have their own wrestling program, and I think a lot of us can see that if we want to, pull out what I like to pull out because, well, actually I have a lot of kids. I don't think I do too much pulling out, but that's a whole different show. That's what Fire and Ice podcast and something like that is for. We're calling for you. So they're doing the best signal out there. Come on, get a boomerang and bring it back, right? But I want to talk about Evolution because I think it deserves this. And I got word today, guys. It's the slowest selling PLE in the past year. So as people have thought that this would be the best thing for professional wrestling, having this be out there and having them have their own pay-per-view again, what exactly is going on with that? Coach Phil, your thoughts in this?
I mean, like you said, man, I think it's been a long time coming to spotlight the ladies because that particular product is some of the best product on TV, to be honest with you. Especially in the WWE. So I welcome it. I'm looking forward to it. I got some things to do Saturday, but that's the crescendo of my night is getting back and watching Evolution, man. I can't wait. I can't wait for that.
I hope to actually be in the building. That's my plan, to be in the building. I do like the fact that tickets may be what they think. I think they should be. No disrespect towards the ladies. I think they are the best product out there, or in my opinion, has been the ladies keeping my attention, shall I say, and no disrespect towards that. But I feel like they're the ones that have kept my attention in wrestling recently. And they're the ones that I'm looking to go for it here and have them do something are the ladies. So let's go ahead, if we can, Coach Phil, get Spot back in here momentarily. And let's talk about Evolution, right? Jordan Grace, JC Jane. We always like, why did she beat Stephanie Valkyrie for this title? What the hell's going on? Well, because she was a transitional champion. I believe so. If I'm wrong, help me out. But everybody's, glamoring for, as she's formerly known as Big Mama Pump, to the program. We just lost Coach Phil. Bad connection there. So we shall bring in Spot Face in here real fast. Look how we insert things in here into the cast spot, if you will. And Spot Face. I hear you backstage. Is this where Jordan Grace gets her title?
I would hope so, because what's she still doing there? If not, this needs to be the beginning of the end of Jordan Grace in NXT, because the main roster could use her. I'm sorry. I don't think there's enough on Raw. I really don't think there's enough on Raw talent-wise, with Liv being out and so on and so forth, that Zoe Stark, another one, there's not enough meat on that bone on Raw right now.
So you see Jordan Grace losing and going up to the main roster?
What? I mean, who needs to be in NXT more? Zara or Jordan Grace? Let's just be honest.
I don't think there's room for neither one of the ladies right now, if I'm being
somebody's got to stay right now. Somebody's got to stay right now, because, there's a ceiling. There's a lot of women in the way right now. Jade Cargill's finally about to move on. Right behind that, Roxanne, what are we doing? You got to insert Liv back into the picture. There's a lot right now in the WWE women's division where a lot of people are either in a standstill or we know what's happening.
Okay.
We know look at the U.S. title scene. What's going to happen? What's going on with that? Absolutely nothing.
I see it where we need to have neither one of these girls, in my opinion, needs to be on the main roster. That's just how I see it. Coach Phil, you're back in here. Give me your take on this right here.
What? I'm sorry. What did I miss? Like
We're
my boy.
talking Jordan Grace getting the
Oh,
title versus JC Jane. Spot believes that JC Jane wins because Big Mama Pump is needed on the main roster.
I'm not a Jordan Grace fan at all. That's just me. Um, I think she loses because she loses, to be honest with you. But I think she should win and stay at NXT for a little bit. Because I'm not a Jordan Grace fan at all. I honestly think you have Jordan Grace up there, and that's Ivy Nile. To be honest with you, it's the same character. The little spark plug powerhouse Caucasian wrestler. You got the same wrestler already there. That's just me. But hey, that's just me.
Well, guys, get your comments in where you fit in. Share below. Let me know your thoughts in this as we move forward. Just looking at this Evolution pay-per-view, I don't think I'm with you. I'm not a fan of neither one of these two girls actually
No.
making it to that next step and making it and even making it in a sense of being where they're able to do something with it moving forward. I just don't think there's nothing you can do about it with them moving forward. And so I just think Jordan Grace gets this title. She stays in NXT because that's what's best for her. To me, it's for Jordan Grace to stay in NXT. Let them see, like she hasn't even had a chance to shine yet, right? Yeah. And I can't say that Raw needs it necessarily because of the injuries, because Bianca's coming back relatively soon. Okay, if not at Evolution, which I still hope she will make an appearance at least. I know she'll make an appearance, but if not able to physically go at Evolution this weekend, definitely by SummerSlam. And to me, Liv Morgan they can still survive. That's what you had Julia and these girls, Steffi Valkyrie, and these girls all come up already for. Asuka's back. They don't need to have Jordan Grace come up here and get buried. You got Ivy Niles to do that for you guys. So I think it's a hell of a talent. I got to get that to when my guy DJ was here and that was going on. That was his guy, his girl. He was really big on Ivy now. So I give them the credit in that moving forward. But this needs to stay, in my opinion, where it is. It needs to stay there, not move, not pacificate, not do anything other than what it's supposed to do, but stay there. And that's where I needed to be right here, right now. On that. So moving on from this, because I want to talk about this Evolution a little bit more as well. And then we get this that no one really expected, but we're going to get it nonetheless. And that's Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus. Now, we had the tag team match in Toronto. We knew this was going to come. We got who I think is Trish Stratus 1.1. Okay. And Nikki Bella had her match kind of get, as we knew with her and Liv Morgan, go by the wayside. So let's see what she pops up in this. And we get her in here involved somewhere. But I'm here for the legends coming back. They deserve to have this moment. They are the foundation. And guess what, people, for those who are complaining? It's wrestling. It's not a meaningless pay-per-view. It's a pay-per-view to put on for the fans and for those girls because they deserve it. So you got to give the credit, and the people that can sell the tickets can do what they can do. Your thoughts on this as well, Coach P?
Yeah. This particular match itself, Trish and Tiffany.
Yes.
I'm a big Tiffany fan. I think Tiffany's coming around on the mic. No, she's not the greatest. The physical talent is there. She's got the look. I think she needs to expand two things a little more. I think she needs to expand her moveset a little bit more and get as far as extend her promo ability. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Her mic ability, that face-to-face mic ability. But as far as in the ring, I love her. I love the character. I think this is a good move for them putting Trish Stratus against Tiffany Stratton, because to me, I think it puts more of a spotlight and a boost behind Tiffany Stratton.
Absolutely. That's what the
Trish
whole thing
Stratus
was
has
about.
nothing to lose here. You know what I mean?
Nothing to lose.
Just put on a banger. There doesn't have to be any interference. Although we know there will be probably.
Right.
This might be cash-in time. Who knows?
I
Who knows?
hope
It
not.
might be
But who
cash-in
knows? You're
time.
right. Who knows?
You never know. But I think that I would just personally like to see just a banger of a match with no outside interference, no nothing. Not that I'm going to care about what happens, because whether it is or isn't, it's fine with me. But just what I would like to see for the progression of the character and Tiffany Stratton, just give me a banger of a match, man. 1-on-1, clean finish, and let it be that.
I'm with you in that, and also in saying is I don't think we get that from Trish at this stage. So this match needs to be where it's just like you said, it needs to be clean. Don't need to have the mistakes that a lot of the guys and girls have been making, right? A lot of people pick on Jade, but we just saw Solo make a little thing that people want to take on those off. I don't care about that stuff. I'm watching 1986 wrestling, and that's part of the business, people. Y'all gotta stop with the extra picking. Like, they had time to perform this and have an edit where it's edited out properly so that James Gunn can give us a Superman that we need, because we need a good Superman. I'm sorry.
You had to throw your Superman plug in there.
We need a good Superman. Okay, I'm sorry.
We already had that. We already had a good Superman.
We had Man of Steel, but listen, you say that because you're you and I know you. But the people out there, and I know Superman fans, will just sit here and say Henry Cavill here. I love Henry Cavill, but he's not here. Let it go.
I'm rating this on what it is. I'm not rating it on Henry Cavill Superman. It's just another Superman movie. Let's make a good movie.
Geraldo, Faldo, Waldo. Let it be what it is. All right. Spotface. This match with Trish Stratus, Tiffany Stratton, Tiffy time, not in Canada, but in Atlanta. Who's going to be ATL stumping, looking with the fattest? What you got going on, brother? All right, you're muted.
There we go.
What's up? What you got on this match, my guy?
Where's the build?
What you mean, where's the build?
Where is the build? This is supposed to be Trish and Tiff. Trish 1 versus Trish 2.0. Where is the build? Where is the comparison? Where is the gravitas going into a pay-per-view on a stacked Saturday night?
I'm sorry. You do understand that when you're watching wrestling right now, right, that you are clearly watching this on a no holds barred, just threw it together pay-per-view that's supposed to be for the fans. How long you been watching wrestling, my guy?
Don't tell me the women count when it was thrown together, no build, just slapstick. What can we throw in there to ruin AEW's night?
I'm gonna throw something at you, right? Because I was waiting, anticipating, but not very long, because you came, you lent, you was on mute. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I don't understand that logic. Okay, it's not about shitting on AEW. AEW shits on itself. Okay, that's a fact. Okay,
watch your mouth.
I want you to fire me.
This is their big event. Let's be supportive.
Okay, no, I'm not. No, don't you put words in my mouth. You started this war. So because of your tactics, okay, all right, Mr. Big Black Red Blue Bill, I love all wrestling. You know this, people. We're not talking about them. They put this together because that's what they do. You can't say they don't care. They do this to the men's.
This pay-per-view is a rush job, and you know it.
That's what they do as a rush job now. If it ain't the big four and their double 2-night thing, get you to bend over backwards and buy every different belt for every single city because John Cena has a different shirt. Come on, man. I know the game.
So what matches?
I am the game.
So look at this card and tell me what matches are you really putting your money down on?
First of all, I will put my money on all of them, you Debbie Downer, you. Okay? Yes, you are a Debbie Downer. I'm talking to you, sir. Okay? There is no need to have this aggression towards something with the women folks that get a chance, the women's that can demonstrate how they're here for us right now.
And look at this card.
That's not enough for you.
And tell me where they shining at.
Okay.
It's just a thrown together event.
First of all,
sake of the sake.
Something that I'm excited for, if you're not, okay, I'm cool with this, as you want to call it, rush job. That's wrestling. They rush through shit. But we got this rush that my girl, Charlotte Flair, is the greatest women's wrestler.
You still haven't got your brain checked, I see.
A long time. Listen, whether you like to admit it or not, she's not my favorite. I keep repeating that. Okay, but the facts are the facts. But you guys want to boo her for no evident reason because you know she's a little supple, as you would say. So they repackage her. I like what she's doing with Alexa Bliss, who y'all for some reason always still love. But to me, it's Alexa Bliss. She's Alexa Bliss. Give me Carmella any day, but that's just my personal opinion. Okay, but I'm cool for this. They put that tag team together. You're going to get somebody from NXT. It gives you the order of suspense. And the one thing they've done lately, including show other belts on TV, like with that AAA title, they do that. They give you other things they show. And I'm cool with this. Coach P, what do you think about this tag team match? Do you have the same energy that Spotface has?
I like the tag team mayhem. I like the tag team of Alexa Bliss and Charlotte because Charlotte is one of your cornerstone females. So you gotta if you want her to be a non-heel and you want to make efforts to do that, I think they're moving in the right direction, pairing her with Alexis Bliss and taking her out of the title picture. Because as fans, I think you got to listen to the fans to a degree if you're an organization. The organization is telling you, get her the fuck out of the title picture. No, seriously. It's not a bad thing against Charlotte. It's just, listen, sometimes we do have a say in this shit. Get her the fuck out of the title picture.
I'm not even mad at that right now. I'm mad at the comments
I'm
sharing the screen.
you know the oddball tag team has always worked.
Yes.
You can't give me an instance where the oddball tag team
has not worked.
It always works.
Exactly.
It always
but it's pointless right now.
Why is it always pointless with you?
The women's tag division definitely needs a solid team to carry throughout at least the rest of this year.
But you got to have a genesis. You got to have a genesis of that.
This could be the genesis of it. This is about year 4 of this project. The genesis done skipped a couple of Segas already.
Now, I think that with this pay-per-view, you could really put some muscle behind the women's division. Like I'm not looking at it as, oh, it's taking too long.
Well, see, if you look at the storyline alone, what the storyline is with the tag titles on Roxanne and Raquel. So where they're losing those titles at right now, when the storyline is with them holding on to those belts till Liv get back.
Well, and I like that, and that's one perspective. That may be your perspective. That may be the perspective of many. But there is something there that makes me think, which I think it'd be a bad move, but I wouldn't hate it if that thrown together tag team, saying this reason, because we don't know the other teams right now, right? It could be another team that someone may actually like. We don't know right now. Probably the Bella Twins, right? Just throwing some shit out there, right? That would not be good. But if Charlotte and Bliss won, I don't think people would be complaining that much, to be honest. So
I don't think so either. But I think Raquel and Roxanne walk out of this thing with the titles because number one, the heel champion kind of moves the needle because now Charlotte and Alexa Bliss get the build. You got the Ivy, not Ivy. I'm talking. What's the other tag team with Natty and
There is none.
Right now, they don't have anymore. Right now,
Natalia and
we don't know what those teams are at the moment. To be fair,
right? Well, but you got more babyface tag teams because you got B-Fab and
Rush Hour.
Yeah, you got Rush Hour. You got more babyface tag teams than you have heel tag teams.
That's what somebody said they were called.
That's the name, Rush Hour.
Okay.
Oh God, no.
So
you're harsh, man. You're a harsh critic.
I'm not. That's listen. That's always has been Spotface. That's my guy. That's always been Spotface. Being tough on wrestling, but he said, "What we don't want to see, or what we want to see. This isn't rushed. It's no holds barred." He said earlier tonight that. Hold on, I'm sorry. But you know what it is. If you're in the crowd, you know how to do it. Put your hands up for your GOAT in the moment right now, Mercedes Moné, and for every other BGM in the building. Get your black girl magic on. Do you see these people? Yeah, he had to leave the screen because it was so damn hot and knocked his ass out of the park, baby. Listen. Oh, he's back. Okay, so listen. BGM, you tell me you don't want to see this match? This was rushed? Now, let me say this to my dude who's listening, who may really like spam my chat right now as I say this. And this is dangerous. I'm not a fan of the Naomi thing that she does at all. I cannot stand it.
What thing?
The whole proceed with caution.
No, you know what? I think she makes it suck though. I like it. She just doesn't do it well.
That might be the case.
Because you're clearly trying to catchphrase her. Just do a better job of it. You don't have to say it all slow and drawn out. You can just be regular with it.
Listen,
I think people need to proceed with caution.
Well, listen, I'm gonna proceed with the caution being right now that I gotta mute your damn microphones. I don't know if that's a goddamn Darth Vader air pump, some kind of sexual fantasy voice you got going on in the background, but every single time it's literally like crazy, right? I love you too much to have you on air, and I don't hear you breathing, so I know it ain't you. You know what I'm saying? But it's something in the background that is going ooh 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 ooh. So let me know. Back, I can hear you backstage. Remember, guys, we hear on air. We don't hear what he always hears backstage. All right, but that's backstage, so I know you probably think you're hearing it, but you ain't really hearing it on air. Okay, so that's for us here. So I know when he's back. But I'm looking forward to this match, Coach P, because I'm gonna say it, man. This is the black girl magic. This is the moment. And despite I don't like her take in it right now, Naomi. I like they gave her the new Money in the Bank. I think because of the new Money in the Bank, I perceived to think she doesn't win it right away so quickly, right away. But if she does win it, I'm not too mad. If she loses to Jade and there's no hold bars match, somehow Bianca gets involved, but inadvertently, so it becomes a triple threat, which, by the way, let me say this. If they do that, which they probably will, I hate that. Because I'm tired of my Mandalorian. I'm tired of my Supreme BGM, who should be the GOAT, is the GOAT in waiting. Bianca, oh my God, Belair. There it is. They all got new names. If she is like Jonathan Horatio Rodriguez, I'm ready to go to Tupac Shakur, Hill, Pipe Bomb Cena, then damn it, Bianca, oh my God, Belair is up next. Okay? I think I changed her name twice there, but I'll fetch you later on the replay. Listen, Bianca Belair will mess up in this match, and it'd be a shitty thing to do because I'm tired of her carrying both these girls. She's done it long enough. It's been 2 years. Talk about VKM being a perv all you want to, all right? But innocent till proven guilty, as we just found out in the oil situation. So all I'm saying is Bianca Belair interferes in this match. Jade Cargill wins, and Naomi goes on and possibly catches him, at least fakes a cash in. I don't think she'd be cashing in right now, but fakes a cash in. Your take in that?
Just leave Bianca out of this shit, man. Please, man, leave Bianca out of this shit. Now, but I'm always a proponent of, can you be interested without the title? Yeah. I just don't want them to do it in this way. My girl's been interested without the title for a long time. Keep her out of this shit here. But if you're gonna do it, then please do it tastefully, man, and make it cinema and not just Naomi winning because of Bianca. I don't know. I don't know how you can.
I think it's Jade wins because of Bianca, like I said, inadvertently. For what reason? Okay. I can always say this: there is zero reason ever to come out to the ring unless they have her because she's not wrestling. Do something like commentary or some shit like that. They have her at the ringside, and that's how she gets in. So if you see that, I just told you the story, and my kids would say, "Damn, Dad," but they won't say "damn," but you just picked out the whole dang on story. So. We do got Spot Face back in the building. Let's see if the machine is on. No, he's not there yet. All right. Here's some fumbling.
Just don't fuck it up. Whatever you do with Bianca, just don't fuck it up. That's all. That's all I ask. That's all I ask.
Now, something that I think that should be on the card, we don't know if it's on the card. Hopefully it is on the card, is this right here. and that is this Intercontinental title match with Bayley versus Feathers versus my girl. I know I didn't like her all on time, Becky Lynch, but I'm sorry, y'all. Becky Lynch dropped one of the greatest promos of all time. I don't care what anybody say, what you say about it. It was the greatest, one of the best, greatest damn promos of all time.
She's garbage. I took out the garbage. Everybody's like, oh, great. The garbage has been taken out. I say, hey, I took out the garbage. Everybody's like, I can't believe you took out the garbage. That's not what you say. When somebody takes out the garbage, you say, thank you for taking out the garbage.
And I absolutely love Bayley. Okay? I think that everything that we all say, whoever said it first, who cares? But if you're where you are, you know a long time ago, she was a victim of circumstances of a bust face. And she wrote that microphone skills to one of the biggest women in wrestling history because of it. Like her, leave her, or whatever, but she still is big time Bex. Okay? I hate the man. But she is. I hate the man because of the feminine. I told you before, if you're new to the program, it was during the Women's Revolution phase and everything like that. And the woman calling herself a man, I thought that was weird, but y'all let that happen. But you got mad at Carmella for winning because of James Ellsworth. I didn't understand the similarities there. I just didn't get that part. But this should be the match. Hopefully they announce it tonight. Okay. That this is the match we get at Evolution. We deserve to have this match because Feathers needs her upcomings. Because nobody likes her. Okay. The girl can go, but nobody likes Feathers. I don't know why nobody likes Feathers. It's just Feathers sometimes don't let people do what they want them to do. And when Feathers ain't doing what she's supposed to do, then damn it, Feathers ain't doing it. So, but your take, should we have this match? And if so, who's winning this match? I still say big time Bex wins it nonetheless.
Yeah. I agree with you on that. Give me big time Bex. I think the match needs to happen. I mean, we got 2 shows before the PLE, so all kinds of shit can happen. I mean, if you're quote unquote rushing a pay-per-view, you got 2 whole shows, so a lot of shit can happen between tonight and Friday. Shit, you can have a match literally from the Great American Bash materialize right in your eyes. It's all in the same city, so it can literally happen like that.
You don't have to call her Feathers. Okay, but your co-host on the Rated R Super Show on Unpopular Review Wrestling started calling her Feathers. I find it hilarious. My daughter finds it hilarious. Just like other nicknames that I can't say because even the people of that network and now the people in my house will say it was offensive, although it isn't. Okay, they sexually show me their ass and shake it. Why can't I sexually talk about them shaking their asses while they're shaking it? That should not be on me, not to be allowed to do that. That's what's on the screen. You should talk about
That
it.
is real.
This is a great time for women. This is a great time to be a fan of women's wrestling. I ain't gonna lie.
This is not Saudi Arabia, and we like them bodysuits. This is Atlanta.
I like them. Hey, I like them. Hey, listen, I think they need to wear them from time
More
to time.
often, I agree with you. Some of them do that, but you're doing real good. And it would take away from always thinking like, I hate what guys just. Let me say this about my guy on the screen right here. AEW supporter he came in with today. Megan Baines is not what everybody says she is. And I'm not knocking the girl's talent, but I get sick and tired of being sick and tired of every single time a girl has a fat ass, we got to say how great she is in wrestling. And that gets annoying to me.
She's hot.
Can I?
I'm a face man.
Can I say one thing?
She's hot.
Anybody saying Megan Bain is fat, I don't. She's not Naomi fat.
Nobody said that.
It's not even the same league, bro.
No, she's not.
I didn't say that, but Megan Bain is hot.
Oh, dang. We got Vader.
Okay.
I mean, you're breathing, yo. It ain't your breathing. It's whatever. It got to be the fan. It got to be the fan.
It's something. That thing is haunting me right now. I don't know what it is. But
that is their name. I didn't make it up. Go to their social media page, right? They called themselves Rush Hour. Like they proposed
that's the name.
Yeah, I didn't just make it up. I'm not that kind of person.
Said it. I think they said it.
It's not worth than Jacob Fatu saying Ninja. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about that to talk about something else that we talking about, but we can't talk about it, because I got a New Yorker here, so he knows the Puerto Ricans up there, they get away with it, right? But
Wow.
let me just say this.
Yes, they do.
All right, I love them. I'm not going to say nothing against them, but they're not. And, you may adapt the culture, love the culture, be from the culture, but you ain't.
I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black.
All I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say about that. We're going to rock on. You know what I mean? So I have no hate towards your brother, but let's not.
They are something.
Let's just not make. No, they're not. Them motherfuckers are from the North Pacific, dog. They're nowhere near fucking Africa. Can y'all do any fucking thing? We've had this conversation on the show for the intelligent wrestling fans, Spot.
They are borrowed our swag.
They can carry the swag. Hell, Japanese culture do breakdance better than we ever did.
That's definitely what they're doing. They cosplaying the culture. That's what they're doing.
Okay,
it's weird because they don't let the actual black wrestlers be black, but they let the non-black wrestlers be as black as they could be.
Unless you're Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks and, what's my girl down in Evolve? I love that girl. You know what I mean?
Lash Legend.
No, that's NXT.
You said Evolve.
Evolve, yeah. But
so you saying they didn't let Farouk be Farouk? The nation wasn't the nation?
The nation was
don't see
before
that
its
often.
time.
They got the nation out of here quick.
Right, and they quickly, like you just said, they quickly put in Owen Hart, which ruined it. It's why I do not like your boy. Our boy, being part of the Hurt Syndicate, is the dumbest.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
He fit. He was the Black Heart. That's why they put him in the nation.
I never liked it. I hated it. The Black Heart makes no sense. I love Owen Hart to death. But he looked completely unhappy, and he did what most wrestlers don't do. And although looking unhappy the way Cody Rhodes did for a lot of years, he made the shit work. But that wasn't him being that. And I'm not trying to hear that. But Evolution is this weekend. So who we got winning the number one match of the weekend? We do got Rhea Ripley going up against Io Sky. I think
that's
without
rude.
question that's
rude.
What's rude? No, but my wife would say that's rude. You think what I just said was rude?
That's rude.
Wow, what was rude? Rhea Ripley?
Yes.
Oh wow, I didn't know you were so sensitive.
I respect women.
You respect women? I have daughters
too.
Exactly. I don't think nothing I said was
rude.
Respect
too, but hey,
was rude about that.
I'm still a guy.
Wow. It's nice to know how you view. It's nice to know how you view these female superstars.
No, first of all, don't you try to put words in my mouth.
Listen, I'm gonna say this.
You whore.
I didn't make their ring attire.
Right.
I didn't make their ring attire.
Wow. They're more than just ring attire. Those are our sisters in the ring.
Stop. I'm about to put your ass on timeout. You better get up. It's been a long time since I put somebody on a motherfucking sandwich wiki. Okay, if y'all notice, I will put your ass on a sandwich wiki. A sandwich wiki. Okay, sorry, I'm not talking to you right now. Okay, listen, talk about this match right here, Spotface, if you can in any kind of way that's positive. Besides, it was a rush job. Who wins this match, damn it, so I can move on?
Well, the storyline says Rhea has to finally win one. So let this be the one. And that's what I'm saying about this no build. They're just in the ring. I want to wrestle the best. That's you, Rhea Ripley. How you the best when I beat you 4 times already? Come on now. Rush job.
That's the build. That's the storyline.
Who is the most popular woman in wrestling right now?
They haven't even used it as a storyline. Michael Cole is the only one who acknowledges it. They don't acknowledge it in the ring.
Well, they don't have to if Michael Cole's acknowledging it on the microphone.
She can't even speak English.
Whoa.
She got terrible English.
She speaks very articulately.
That's crazy.
Now, the ring. Now, mind you, Michael Cole's job is to tell the story when they can't tell a story. It's clear Io can't tell a story yet.
Yes, that's my girl name, Miss Armstrong. Yes.
Let's give the women the credit. They're gonna put on a fantastic match.
Thank you.
Because we're talking, But what
You're
is
finally
the
going to talk
build
about
to
their
the
ability instead of
storyline?
talking about the rush job. Are you actually going to give the girls respect for actually doing what they're supposed to do? Whether the job is the job, okay? Listen, everybody can't have steak and eat it too. We know Bianca, Mercedes Monet's doing her thing. She wanted to be like Vince, but come on. These girls are going to be in the main event at the second ever annual all women's pay-per-view. Give them their credit. This is going to be a great match, brother. Talk about
It's gonna be a
that.
banger.
It's going to be a banger. A slobber knocker, if you will.
It should be.
And it's going to go up before 11 o'clock at night, too. How about that? It won't
listen,
pick up at 12:30 going into a Monday morning at work.
Oh, well. When with the best wrestle, it takes its time.
I can't believe you said that. Okay. Remember
I
that
can't
old
wait for that
saying?
match, though.
I haven't said something in a very, very, very long time. Okay. Very, very long time. AEW is a donkey on a pimple's ass compared to WWE.
That's a lie.
They stack them, they smack them, they pet them.
That makes you feel better. I'm not having an AEW slander, bro. That makes you feel better.
No, I'm not gonna have the WWE slander.
Bro, the lies.
Hey, what lies? What lies did I tell? I'm just
Look
joking.
what you've already done, right?
I just had to do it. I just had to do it.
In the history of wrestling in North America.
In North America.
Right? In the history of wrestling in North America, they're already the number 2 greatest promotion of all time.
That is true because inflation in numbers, same reason why Drake's number 1 rapper of all time. Statistically, that doesn't mean he's the greatest rapper of all time.
There will be no slander. Hey, it will be no OVO slander when I'm here. You know that.
Sorry, I'm just speaking numbers. I'm just speaking numbers. I'm just speaking numbers. You want to speak analytics, I speak facts.
So let me ask you a question. Can I ask you a question?
Yes, please.
So can you not admit, looking down that all-in card, that motherfucker don't look insane?
No, not one time have I said that, nor can I not wait to watch that. Okay. I've never listen. No, I don't have to say that because I'm not talking about them. What I don't like wrestling fans to do, right? As I take this shot with my better half. Okay, I hate wrestling fans trying to make me pick something between Marvel or DC or Sony or PlayStation or Apple or I don't give a fuck what you like. Like what the fuck you like.
Know you old enough.
No, I'm old enough to say I'm old enough to say I like them all.
You know you old enough to remember when sometimes you old enough. No. You are old enough to know that sometimes you had to choose between WWE and WCW. It's just what it is.
Listen, hold on. Let me pause. Let me pause you there. When you say choose, you mean over which show I was going to like the best, over who I always thought was the best?
No, which show you're going to watch this week, or which pay-per-view you're going to order this month? Because let's face it, all of us didn't have it to order each pay-per-view twice a month. So let's be honest.
My wife works for Comcast, and damn sure we got them for free. Ordered every fucking pay-per-view
because you old enough.
Okay, but no, when it came to Monday Night Wars, I went NWO. But I always have been, always will love every wrestling, but WWE's where my heart is because that's who I've loved the most.
I was hitting that back button like a month. That back button was worn out.
It's always going to be NWA. It's going to still be my favorite though. Like NWA and WCW are 2 different things. I don't think people understand how different the 2 of them were. Between the 2 of them. But let's move on here. So real fast, Coach P, and get your thoughts in there. Who does win that match coming up between the girls here for the title? Rhea Ripley or Io Sky?
I got Rhea. We can move on. I got Rhea. I'll be thoroughly shocked. This whole Io run has thoroughly shocked me. So I think the buck stops here, though.
Okay.
You know what I ask is?
Yeah, well, it ain't got to be drawn out. Rhea Ripley.
No.
It's not. You ain't got to draw out.
And Spotface, they can't hear you online, so let me bring you back here. He says, so she wins that, and then what? She carries the company forward. She carries the company forward. Why? Then we don't know. Why is that forever the wrestling's tone of wrestling? And I say this, I feel like I'm literally am the old fucking man in the park, like my uncle taking me like I gave a fuck watching him in the park in Philadelphia play fucking chess on a Saturday afternoon. It's like I got to repeat the same fucking moves, just how the chessboard moves. We don't know. I don't want to fucking know what's next.
This women's division is stacked.
It's too stacked, and I don't care. They deserve to have their own
A forward
pay-per-view. They
progression
should
Well,
have
moment.
I'll
had their
tell you.
own pay-per-view by
I'll
now.
tell you. Can I answer that? Can I answer
Yeah,
that question?
go ahead.
I'll tell you what's next. What's coming up? SummerSlam, right?
SummerSlam.
No, wrong. Clash in the Clash in the Castle in Paris. That's
Okay.
next.
So So you got a
Well,
couple of ways you can go with this, right? You got Naomi lurking around with Money in the Bank, Rhea as the champion. You got Stephanie
No,
Vaquer.
wrong show.
You got um Nia Jax. That's a feud you can still push because that's a rivalry. That's one of those rivalries that ain't going nowhere. Um, you could always throw
they've always tried to make us pick. All wrestling has always done that, DC.
What I'm saying
yeah
is
what's
right about now that we on this program, we're speaking more about a thrown together pay-per-view versus a show that's been built for weeks and months, and which is arguably the second greatest promotion in America.
Yeah, that's not hard to debate. That's like you're making me
you're
choose.
not getting no argument
No,
there.
yeah, that's the thing is that
No,
you're trying to
what I'm
make me
saying is
choose.
already
No,
spinning
no,
this
no.
fucking
Hold on. You're trying to make me choose, and it's not a choosing moment.
I didn't say that.
But you're leaning with your vernacular. You're
I'm
trying to make it
leaning with.
seem like no.
We
My
done
thing is
spent
let me just finish.
almost
Let me
an
just finish the rest.
hour on
I
a
gotta do it.
throwing together
I gotta
two-hour
stand with you. I gotta stand with you. I gotta stand with you because I gotta get my thought out so we can move on. You're not allowing me to not give a fuck or hear me say I don't care. I don't want to know what's next. To me, that will always be what fucks up wrestling fans. I don't want to know what happens. You know what I want to know what happens next? And only that because the story gave me that to be next. When you say what's next when she wins the title, if Rhea wins the title, is Emmett dead or is he still gonna live on the side? That's what I care about right now. I don't care if Rhea Ripley wins the title or if she even fucking loses the title. I don't care because I want to see what then happens. I don't want to know what happens at the end of Superman. I'm going to give it a game right cheek pop, but it's not because I got 2 tickets paid for it already. Go see Superman. I need you. We need it to be good, damn it. Okay? I believe in what they have. As much as Triple H's booking has been so suspect, and I think they've rushed everything. But if I continue to watch every single show with that intention of watching it, then why the fuck am I watching it? So I reserve like my mama's titties. We're gonna throw that shit in a little box like Jakku fucking stove and throw that bitch in the ocean. And I don't care about that perspective of wrestling fans. Y'all can keep that shit in the ocean, let that shit sink until you get 6,000 degrees and hope Moby Dick comes and swallows the motherfucker. All I care about is what they're showing me and how I can enjoy it. When the shit is ass, I will say the shit is ass. When the shit is racist, I will say the shit is racist. When it's good, I'm going to say it's good. That's how I've been without all wrestling my entire life. And that will never stop. Take a break right here. Michaela Wonders has some things to say this week in wrestling. And damn it, do you still give a damn about the Great American Bash? We'll be right back, y'all. The Mike Knoxxx Show.
Girl. Welcome to Wondering About WWE. I'm Michaela, and we are just wondering about WWE Evolution. Let me straighten my posture for this one. Let's fix my shirt. Okay. As you guys know, and if you don't, well, you're about to. Evolution is an all-female pay-per-view. I had no idea they were going to bring it back. You're probably like, who doesn't remember Evolution? She's young. I do. I did research and I saw like an old poster for it back that's from 2018 and the old Asuka with like the black on her face, old Charlotte, old everyone. I'm happy that half those people, not really half, but some of those important people are still wrestling and back to wrestling. But that is besides the point. From what has been confirmed so far, I'm excited. We have some interesting matches, and the one I have been waiting for. Io Sky and Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley, some people may not like you, and by some people I mean my father. Some people may think you're demonic. I don't, and I pray. I pray before I eat. I pray. I trust.
I don't think you're demonic. I think you're dark and creepy. Things people don't like, but I don't think you're actually like demonic, you know? But we would be better than. I mean, I love Io as a champion. I love Io Sky. Don't get me wrong. I just feel like Rhea doesn't need the title. She shouldn't need the title to be dominant. But with how they're treating her, she needs the title. And that's why I want Io to lose. Ripley is a strong powerhouse. She shouldn't need the title, but she does, you know? Also, I'm so excited for the match. I'm excited for the tag team. I already knew Roxanne was going to win. I'm going to say something. Before y'all say it, y'all probably have said it, but I said it first. The moment it happened. In the Judgment Day's like pit behind, you saw the TV. Who was there on the TV screen? Roxanne, Raquel, Finn, Dom, JD, and I think JD. I don't know if Dom was there. I just know that was the group. Roxanne was there, not Liv. Foreshadowing the fate of the Judgment Day. I'm saying they're giving a little spoiler alert. And if I'm wrong, then I never said this. But I'm also excited. I'm excited for the tag team, and I need to go over the Tiffany Stratton thing, and I'm not excited. I actually don't care. That's my bathroom match of the night. I don't even know if it's match number 1, match number 2, match number 1. I'm not excited. Literally, I booed. I'm not excited. It should have been Bianca Belair. But I am excited for Jade versus Naomi. And Naomi finally got her custom Money in the Bank briefcase. My dad was in his room by the time that happened. I screamed. I was like, she got her custom briefcase. I'm so excited. I love Naomi. I hope she beats Jade. But I don't think she's going to. Especially with Jade being queen now. But I'm so excited for this. I don't remember Evolution, but I remember some. I remember details. I don't remember like if it was good, but I'm excited. And I cannot wait. But as you guys already know, I can't talk about it like this. I've took your time. I deeply apologize. But let's go back over to the real Tribal Chief.
All right, little girl. I told you about that bathroom match stuff. Stop that. Don't talk like that. But that's your opinion. But no, I like something she said there that I even think about. We haven't discussed that as we move on. She mentioned was beyond Rhea can't survive without the title. And
that's what. Yeah, she sees it.
That's kind of bad, right? Like she's went through that thing already. She didn't really have that real good. Has she had a great title run ever? Like I know people question that. I know the consultant questioned that on Unpopular Review. Was her title run really good, right? But they say was Cody's title run any good? And I go, well, look at the people Cody went against. To me, that's why Cody's title run was good because he constantly went against bangers, in my opinion.
Let me add something too. I think that it's only questioned because it came on the heels of a 3. How long was that? How long was Roman Reigns' run?
Almost 3 years. Close to.
That's like that's like the throwing in a 3-peat. Now everybody is saying, "Are you as good as the 3-peat team?" Well, damn! I mean, it's a fucking 3-peat. You're coming off of the longest modern day title run, and all of a sudden you're asking, "Is my run better than that?" Or is my run better than? You're questioning my run because that's what we're coming off.
You can touch my button. If I had one, you wouldn't be able to locate it. Can no man knock me out?
Can no man knock me out? Out of being humble. They got a chance. And they scooters above everybody.
This is
my camera. I love it. You can't come behind that. It's like these rappers today. They can't come behind Nas, Jay-Z, Biggie. they had to go to the Panda cadence. Yeah, I'm always gonna make fun of hip hop too. All right, going to Atlanta. So I'm making fun of hip hop. We do got coming to Atlanta. I paused when I want to say Oldberg, right? Because I understand wrestling fans like
Tread
Cowboy.
lightly. I need you to tread lightly.
And I will give me space. Let
Tread
me
lightly.
breathe. Let
Tread
me breathe.
lightly.
Let me breathe. Let me breathe. Right? Because Goldberg did some shit and don't get no credit for it. But I get, well, you know what? That's a lie. I don't get how y'all complain that Jay lost when Jay was the champion. All I heard in the chats, right, was that, Jay sucked ass. Jay wasn't good at champion. And Gunther didn't get a fair shot. But that's the internet. So,
contrary to everybody going out there and saying, online or whatever, this is where they're going. I know. I talked to a dude to another dude that talked to a dude that said he knew this. I can tell you none of them know.
None of them know. And as bad as his booking is, he's still...
The internet's not real life, right? And the bitching and the fucking complaining that is on there, it's not real life. Like you could read the internet and it'll sound like this thing is dead. It's not, and I'll use Cody as the example. Cody's already jumped the shark. He's dead as a baby face. He's like, really? Because I don't know. I'm in an arena with 10,000, 15,000 people every night going ape shit for him. He's selling the most merchandise. He's like,
4 letters, 1 word. Y'all wasn't everywhere that man went. The Raw Warriors may be the Ultimate Warrior are the only 2 in history that I can remember knowing that their music played so long, and the other 2's music played because by the time the theme song was over, so was the match. But they loving him so much before the match start. He's fucking tired before the match even goes ding ding because the man is yeeting for literally 8 minutes. But y'all want him not to have the belt, so now we get one of the greatest of all time. And I said, I will tread lightly. I understand who Goldberg is, despite my kids not understanding that and knowing that. And I tried to tell them that. But they're children. They're my children. So damn it, they don't listen to me other than have their own opinion, have their own mind. And all I'm saying is that nobody wanted this shit, but we knew this shit was going to happen. Now that we got this shit, what do we do with this pile of shit that is right before us on Saturday night's main event, right on the same days as a Great American Bash, which I wish they just take that name away and never bring it back because it's not the Great American Bash and it has not been for a decade. Why do we have this match? Are you here for this match as the novice fan? Not saying you're a novice wrestling fan, but I know you like novelty acts like your guy Goldberg. Are you here with this? Are you okay with this?
I'm okay with this. I don't think I'm okay with it with the title being in the picture. They could have kept the strap on Jay and done this match without the title. You could have just had Goldberg's revenge against Gunther. I think you could have went in that direction and had a decent match. And win, lose, or draw, as a Goldberg fan, I get my Goldberg fix. And it doesn't involve, because now it's almost like, well, what do you do if Goldberg wins? Goldberg can't win. Like, how does he win? It's a lot of that shit in play.
Yeah.
I think Jay should have kept the strap. Gunther faces Goldberg without the title in the picture, because I don't need Goldberg in the title picture or the possibility of getting the title, because it's just weird. It's weird. We know he's not a long-term wrestler, so you're kind of wasting my time with this shit.
Yeah.
No, really.
No,
You
you're
kind of wasting
right.
my time with this shit. I, as much as I love Goldberg, I didn't want to see Goldberg in a title picture match. That's just me as a Goldberg fan.
And that's coming from a Goldberg fan. Spot Face, go ahead and shit on this match because I know you will. So the floor is yours, brother. Oh, that's me. I actually mean it. Go ahead.
He's 58. He's 58.
Hold his edge.
Ladies and gentlemen.
How old is Edge?
He's 58.
How old is
and
Edge?
has never put on no more than a 10-minute match.
That's fine.
58 hasn't wrestled a 10-minute match. And when was his last exact match?
Shit, was it Crown Jewel or whatever that was after Crown Jewel?
We never said that about Mike Tyson though.
I did. When every idiot out there kept saying that Tyson had a chance to beat the Paul brother, I said, I'm sorry, guys. Please.
This might legitimately be that.
What part of boxing did y'all think that Mike Tyson had something against a young guy who may not be a good boxer, but trains as a boxer every day?
And that's what I'm saying.
Of course, that was gate money, exactly. But I'm talking about the fans. It was like, yo, Mike Tyson gonna knock. Yeah, we wanted him to. Shit, I did. But I knew that Mike had to catch him. That was the whole novelty. If Mike hits him, but what happens? You know what I'm saying?
Well, can we all three on the screen agree that we literally saw Mike pulling punches? Like, we're not going to ignore that.
I saw Mike Tyson get held up too when he got hit, but he didn't get knocked out. I saw that too.
Okay.
And I'm not a fan of Paul brothers. I don't want to use the word hate, but I'm not a fan of them outside of Logan in the wrestling ring. Okay, I will no longer support the Chrisleys. That man said I was in prison. Prison wasn't in me.
Hey, listen.
That man said I was in prison, but prison wasn't in me. Have you watched the Chrisleys? What is that talking about, man?
Some of that AEW card in there, man. Are we gonna glaze over that, man? Because that's an incredible card, bro. That all-in card is insane.
Thank you. Let's speak on it.
Let me get Vaughn in here for his segment, and then we will close with AEW. Vaughn, are you ready?
Don't sound so reluctant, bro.
I sound so reluctant. No, I just didn't. That was not my. Listen.
Okay.
In the scheme of things that are big in wrestling, they will be bigger. I will say that I think they win the night, without question. I want to give some support to the ladies, despite the fact it being rushed, despite the fact it being TKO, probably not Triple H. Like, I'm that kind of guy who understands that Triple H is not the end all, the be all to everything that happens in this company. He's a corporate guy, like everybody else is a corporate guy, and he does what he's being told. You know what I mean? So they try to make shit stick on a stick. But let's go to Vaughn real fast for this week in wrestling history, and then we'll be right back, y'all. The Mike Knoxxx Show.
Yo, it's crime time. EST. Soul Man, Rocky Johnson. It's the Honky Tonk Man. NWO. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? UPR and Around the Blocks give to you This Week in Wrestling History with King.
All right, everybody. Of course, this is King Von Jr., the Victorious Ones podcast and Perfect Plex Talk Radio, here to give you the week in wrestling. So of course, on July 7th, on this week in wrestling history, July 7th, 1990, the NWA Great American Bash took place in Baltimore, and that was the night that Sting defeated Ric Flair to finish his story at the time to become the WCW World Heavyweight Champion. And on this same day, 6 years later, at Bash of the Beach was the beginning of the NWO, as Hollywood, who became the third man in the group, and of course, it turned his back on his former Mega Powers friend Macho Man to, like I said, form the NWO and forever change wrestling. On July 8th, 1985, the first ever WWF King of the Ring took place, and of course, in Foxborough, Massachusetts, in front of 23,000 fans. Don Morocco defeated the Iron Sheik in the final to become the very first, King of the Ring that wasn't televised. On the same day, in 1996, an open match of Nitro, Rey Mysterio defeated Dean Malenko to become the WCW Cruiserweight Champion. On the same day in 2013 was when the Wyatt family made their main roster debut by attacking Kane on Raw. Good for them. Of course, on July 9th, 2017, WWE, the silly name Great Balls of Fire took place. Brock Lesnar defeated Samoa Joe to defend the Universal Championship. July 10th, 1987, the Ultimate Warrior, then known as Dingo Warrior, made his WWF debut in a win over Frenchie Martin at a Wrestling Challenge taping. July 11, 2004, at the Harper Civic Center. Of course, at Vengeance, Edge defeated Randy Orton to win the Intercontinental Championship. And of course, a year later, that's when Matt Hardy attacked Edge on Monday Night Raw in 2005. As far as birthdays, July 6th, WWE Evolve Women's Champion Callie Armstrong turns 31. On July 9th, Kevin Nash turns 66. Mark Merrill turns 65. On July 10th, Bobo Brazil will turn to 101. July 11th, Big Swole turns 36. July 12th, Brock Lesnar turns 48, and Sami Zayn turns 41. That's the week in wrestling history. Mike Knoxxx, back to you.
Yo, 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 it's crime time. EST. Soul Man, Rocky Johnson. It's the Honky Tonk Man, NWO. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? UPR and Around the Blocks give to you This Week in Wrestling History with King Von.
Let's talk about AEW All in Texas, where the cultivating moment of the day will be my girl should be your girl, black girl magic all over the place. Mercedes Moné will take out everybody's girl who, yes, she did some cool shit. She had the greatest storyline, probably the most brutal match I've seen in television pay-per-view history with her and now Blake Monet. Oh, God, I love professional wrestling. How can we not love professional wrestling? It's professional wrestling. And I love it. But we get that this week in Texas. You want to talk about it a little bit here, guys, on the program. So the floor is actually yours, Mr. ADW guy, who wants to talk about 0 Hour that starts at 1 p.m. in Texas. Are you here for 0 Hour as well there, Mr. Spot Face? Do you watch 0 Hour? Be honest. You're muted. Again, I had to mute you, bro. Your shit's like, I get private texts how your shit be breathing.
Hey, listen. I'm sorry this AC is bumping. It's hot as hell up here. I'm sorry. But again, I'm going to watch 0 Hour. I'm going to watch all the pre-show. I'm going to watch the entire event as we would do WrestleMania, as we would do any of the major big fours. This is one of AEW's big four, and they deserve our full attention.
Okay, let's give it to him.
And that's what I'm saying.
Let's give it to him. So, does my guy Adam Hangman Page, pause, does he beat Jon Moxley?
He has to.
He has to.
He has to. This is the culmination of whatever this Death Rider storyline was supposed to be.
Is it? Because some would still say, and I want them guys that would say it, can Shane McMahon just come out already? You know what I'm saying? Like, so like behind them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that would blow the. If you want to fuck on WWE, oh, you fuck on me, I fuck on you. You bring out Shane McMahon, okay, at this pay-per-view to end this match. And guess what? I don't care whose side is on. Shane McMahon has to come out.
I would agree. That would change some things. I would agree.
If I were them, I wouldn't do that. I would save that for fucking Dynamite. I would treat that like the Raw after Mania. I wouldn't do it because that would take the attention off. I think the top 4 matches at All In can all be main events and standalone matches. So I'm not ruining any of those with Shane McMahon. I'm gonna give Shane McMahon his own moment. You can't bring him out during a Death Riders match.
I think it makes sense to bring him out in Death Riders match. I think everything that he's done has made him like Death Riders has to mean something at this point. The briefcase, the whole nine, like to me, I'm a Moxley guy. Okay,
I'll tell you.
I'm still gonna say it. Damn it, it's hard these days, pause. But I support Moxley. You know what I'm saying? When they're doing the fisting.
I'll tell you how it means something. You can push that particular storyline after All In because you gotta give Hangman his Cody Rhodes moment. You just have. I think that's what that night is going to be all about. You can't ruin it with Shane McMahon showing up on TV is going to be a monumental moment. That's me. I don't ruin this for because think about this. You're making a transition from Moxley to Hangman. Hangman is now your guy now. You don't ruin that.
But he's been their guy to me.
No, he hasn't been. No, He's not big to me. Hangman's not bigger than the two guys that are going to help him tomorrow Sunday night. Swerve and Ospreay.
And he's not, but to me that's fans turning or whatever. I've always been a big
They just
Adam
bigger than
Page
him,
guy.
bro. They just bigger. Those are the company's, three of the company's biggest.
Yeah, Will Ospreay for
and
sure.
Unfortunately, Mox ain't one or two when it comes to them.
No,
That's 1 and 2, bro. That's 1 and 2. I don't care what nobody says.
I would even say
Swerve and
Okada.
Ospreay
I would
is
even
1
say
and 2.
Okada is higher to me than Adam Page. That's why I don't think that this has to be a moment that we're ruining for Adam Page. It needs to be a moment for what the Death Riders has to say. And to me, that's where I think Shane McMahon comes and intercedes in that. Now, I've already said who I thought was going to win between Toni Storm and Mercedes Moné. I want her to win this match. I need her to win this match.
You want who to win?
I want Mercedes fucking Moné to fucking tell everybody it's her.
This might be the first time
ass.
in history where I'm not 100%. Now, mind you, she's not us, quote unquote, but I've accepted her as us. I don't know in this moment because I love me some Toni Storm, bro. I love the timeless one. I don't know, man.
I love Toni Storm too.
Where are you with this, man? I don't know about this match. I don't know.
Muted.
I'm back.
All right.
Toni Storm is the be all and end all in AEW. Toni Storm is top 3 talent.
DMD is be all in AEW, and she will show up in Evolution.
No, she won't.
No, I know.
Yo,
Vaughn, make that your tweet.
That would shake the wrestling
DMD
world.
shows up in Evolution.
But I do say, I don't know who wins this match. I do wish it was a different setting because I wish Athena could be a part of this, especially it being in Texas. You know, they missed that part. Mm-hmm. But I'm gonna think Toni Storm.
Too much.
I think Toni Storm's gonna retain. I'm gonna go with Toni Storm.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I don't know. This could go either way, man. This could go either way.
And actually, it could go either way, and that's what makes it great. To me, that's what makes it the best match of the night, as far as match and storyline could be. Because I also believe that Sasha Banks, Mercedes Moné, that is not getting the credit she deserves for her in ring as well. I'm with Bully Ray on this, and although I don't agree with a lot of things that Bully Ray say, but I'm agreeing with him on this one. Okay, let's drop down here to Okada Omega. This has match of the year written all over it. If there could be a tag team match of the year, something could be written on, it would be the Young Bucks, cease and desist.
No, they suck.
Versus Swerve and his Reeboks, which if you bought them, I'm sorry, Swerve, I fucks with you. All right, I want to just say this on national radio.
Who are you rooting for tonight?
I'm rooting for everybody black. I am.
But I'm sorry, man. Them shoes is ugly as shit. But I still buy a pair and they can sit in my closet. So I do wish you nothing but success. Let me just say that.
No, I don't want them shits. I love Swerve. I don't want them shits.
I put him in my closet. I put him in my closet.
He couldn't give me a pair. He couldn't give me a pair.
Like I said, I put him in my closet. He can sign them. Spot, who you got winning this match, though? Okada, Omega.
Okada and Omega. The match that made me get back into wrestling. I swear, the first time in America, this thing is going to be, 6-7 stars. I guarantee it. I'm going on that limb.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I'm an Omega guy. So I'm going to go with Omega's son getting the win.
You know what's funny? I'm an Okada guy because I will never love Omega the way y'all love Omega. I'm sorry. It is what it is. The man is phenomenal inside the ring. No pun intended. But he is not the guy that the crowd comes out for every single fucking week. And they sing his fucking name. And that is one Seth fucking Rollins. I love Okada in this to win this. I need Okada to win this, but Okada's not going to win. They're going to give it to Omega.
You know what's going to be funny about this match? This is going to be the most over-the-top, ridiculous, no-selling match you have ever seen in your life.
Oh, absolutely.
Niggas is going to be no-selling power drivers, Mexican destroyers, fucking all kinds of variations of fucking superplexes. And this is going to be the no-sell match of all time. I mean, I'm prepared for the longest no-sell match we have ever seen in our lives. And no, Trick Williams is not greater than
Yeah,
Swerve.
you're
'Cause his
outside.
ass is still
You're
in
outside of
NXT.
your gore. If you think that Trick Williams is greater than, and listen, Trick ain't got it. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna use the wrestling platform while I can because it's the only platform that I have, and I support everybody black. Y'all know that. I'm gonna play it again because I know certain people just don't fucking like it. Yo, Mike Knoxxx, who the fuck you going for? What it is?
Who are you rooting for tonight?
I'm rooting for everybody black. I am.
And he tried out for the Philadelphia Eagles, was on the practice squad, okay? But no, Swerve got way. Listen, no, it ain't Trick. We're gonna move on.
That man can't lay Swerve boots, man. Stop playing.
He can't. Not in that wrestling ring. Not in that wrestling ring for sure.
That.
Now,
he can't lay Swerve
who wins
boots.
that match to move on, guys? Do we have
the tag team match?
Yes. Is that Swerve Strickland?
I want to see Swerve and the tag team that I didn't know I needed. Swerve and Ospreay win that thing because I want to see them take over the EVP role and start like really kind of fucking shit up in AEW just to kind of expand on that whole thing. I want to see what they do with that aspect of it.
If that can happen, that's great storyline. We know the ring's going to be great. Even though people don't like the Young Sucks, I'm sorry, they're not bad. I like Matt.
It's good for wrestling.
I like the guys. You know what I mean? That's just what it is.
They are the Wish Rock and Roll Express to me.
Yeah. And it is prime week. So go ahead, get yourself some Young Sucks in there. All right, so we got his pick right there. He got the Young Bucks winning the match.
Got the Bucks. Okay.
Okay. Well, listen, guys, my time is short. All right. I didn't expect to go over it. So comment below. Let me know. Go in the chat. Like, follow, subscribe to all my fellows on the screen. Pause and do what you got to do. He got Duke Blue Devil shirt on, but I'm still here talking to him, okay? Because that's still my guy. The best thing happening to my North Carolina Tar Heel basketball team is that all the motherfuckers that was great on that team went to the NBA. When I saw the draft, I said, ooh, and they lost the new LeBron James. Not saying he's going to be LeBron James, but the boy that would come in, James, that boy is a linebacker. All right, I like good. I hated your team was so good. That's like the only team in Duke I looked and said, damn it, they just good. Like I want to hate them so bad, but fuck them. They're gone. They got the Boozer twins coming, and it don't matter. Next year's here. But guys, a lot of wrestling this weekend, a lot of things going on in the ATL this weekend. I only got to hear with just asking this question, and I bring in Vaughn to this side of the program as well. It's just a simple question for me to get up out of here. I'm gonna start with you. I'm gonna end with you, Coach P. Spot Face, do you still feel the Great American Bash is worth it any longer? I think it should have got rid of the name 10 years ago, and I just can't get with it.
I thought they got rid of it when they called it the Bash. Remember that?
Yeah.
I thought that's when they for Philly got rid of it. I know they bought it back as an NXT property, but throw it away.
Yeah.
Don't do what you don't do with Halloween Havoc. Like at least they treat that like something with a gimmick. Yeah. Don't do the Great American Bash like that. No.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it either. Moving to you, Paula Vasquez sucks.
Trying to change the name, but yeah. As far as the Great American Bash, I think that I agree with Spot. You know, as soon as Vince called it the Bash, I was like, yeah, it's retired. You know what I mean? Like, might as well hang the jersey up. You know, and then just using it for NXT thing, but it doesn't have the same. I mean, I did like the Mello and Dragunov match, but other than that, like I said, you know, it's best years are gone, so it's time to hang it up.
And Coach P, I'm gonna end with us two here because, again, I've been going back and watching them. I've been looking at how to, from my perspective, from my demographic, how to report back on the wrestling we all say we love that got us to the point that we are now. Cody has his fan base, but I wonder how many of that fan base actually went back and actually loved the good Dusty Rhodes match and can understand those things. So when I look at the Great American Bash, it wasn't Starrcade, but it was just as big as Starrcade, in my opinion, to blow the menu into the next stratosphere of being great. And so this name, I know it got brought back when Dusty was still here, but Dusty's gone. And I think you're continuing to, they don't even have all the match card. They got a contract signing at the Great American Bash. At this point, you're just using the names of these historical events, but you're not progressing them and making us remember. Same thing with Saturday Night Main Event. I don't care about Saturday Night Main Event any longer because I know it's not going to give me, after a year now or 2 years, even when they brought it back with the whole, remember they had the Vince sucks cock thing that was on the plane. Remember that whole thing on Saturday Night Main Event? Excuse my language, but even then it wasn't Saturday Night Main Event that it was when I was growing up as a kid that gave us big pops, great matches, things like that. It's just another wrestling show. Is Great American Bash just be buried as a title for a pay-per-view?
Yeah, if you're not gonna, if I think the Great American Bash has such historical value. If you're not going to make it one of your major PLEs, then don't use it because I think it has more a nostalgic historical significance than to just be just a run-of-the-mill developmental brand pay-per-view. I think if you're going to have that pay-per-view, that needs to be a WWE pay-per-view, if at all. If you're not going to do it on a big level, then don't do it. I think if that's like you bringing back Starrcade and giving it to NXT. I mean, what's the Evolve or something? That's what it feels like.
That might
if you're
be
not going
next.
to do it justice, then don't do
it. that very well may be next. Great American Bash reminds me of JBL for some reason, and that's the demographic. And I can go with some of those early Great American Bash moments as well through that era of the Roots of Aggression era. It still never, ever felt to me. And this time, like the wrestling fool I am, like the WWE junkie I am, just stick it in my veins and watch me go watch the bullshit they put in there for me to sell in the streets. I saw I saw Saturday Night Main Event coming back yet again for a third rendition of the show. And it's the same thing you give me.
The Bash is NWA, WCW. That's why it doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
You just leave it alone.
Just leave it alone. You're using the name and its namesake only and not representing what that company representing with that name. And for that, listen, guys, we're going to get out of here. We're a little bit longer. It's 7:22. I try to go 60 minutes, but damn it, when you got Spot Face trying to challenge my damn wrestling prowess and where I stand and trying to make me choose between who I like and who I don't like, and you got to sat people up here talking about how this guy don't exist in real life because damn it, nobody said it, but I said it. Matter of fact, Vaughn, you said it in your damn thing without saying his name.
The crowd on their feet. On a man. Oh,
yeah.
What the hell?
Greatest thing in wrestling history, y'all. We're going to get out of here. Do me a favor. Do not wake up tomorrow morning and say to yourself, he's coming back, y'all. He's coming back. I love me some me. And don't love yourself, y'all. That's crazy. We will always love you and forevermore. Remember, it's always about... And we out of here, y'all. Fingers. Peace.
Lose it, bite my tongue for no one. I put you on